We're here at Silicon Beach. I am talking to Marcus John Henry Brown, who is the founder and creative director of Marcus John Henry Brown. And he's very patient because this is the second time we've done this interview after a technical error.
Professional people.
Professionals find solutions to problems, and I think we've done that.
Yeah. Who found the solution to the problem?
It was you.
I did. That's how we work. Welcome, everybody. Hello.
So, as somebody who finds solutions to problems, being a big thing that you do, one of your ways of doing that is something called creative walks. Could you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, sure. So, about two years ago, I gave up smoking and substituted 20 cigarettes a day with 20 apricot jam-filled croissants a day, and I became very fat. My wife insisted that I get a fitness tracker, quantify my croissant habit, and start walking. So we started walking, and the walks got longer and higher, going up in the mountains in the Bavarian Alps. I live in Munich. And I noticed that while I was doing these walks, I was having better ideas. So I was taking the work with me in my head, and then just like building ideas while I was walking. And then 2015, I decided to start offering this to clients, and I've been doing it ever since. So I take CEOs, business owners, managing directors up into the mountains on 8-hour-long walks to work on ideas, problems, products, whatever it is that they think they need to solve.
So what is it that you think's so good about walking that gives you ideas that you wouldn't be able to get in a boardroom?
Well, firstly, the boardroom or the conference room is in my opinion, pretty much the worst place to try and work on an idea. Because of the rules and the regulations and the whole drama of a conference room with stale biscuits and meeting rules and people who come late and constant interruption. When you're up on top of a mountain, you've got lots of space, lots of fresh air, you've got lots of distance. You've worked really, really hard to get up there, and the process of walking unlocks a lot of memories of ideas, of things you've read, that can help the person solve the problem they're trying, or find an answer to the problem they're trying to solve. So it's got a lot to do with the physicality of it and the sensory, the experience of just like having so much space.
So there's a bit of a flow that you have to the day. Mm-hmm. So the way that the conversation goes and you've split it into 4 different parts. Could you explain what those are?
Actually, it's 5 parts, but the first part is the briefing. So that's when I meet the client to talk about what I want to do and to double check that I want to spend so much time with that person. But on the walk, the first hour and a half is the period where they walk too fast, they talk a lot. They try and fit because they're so used to it's like watching the British people abroad in a pub. They think that we have a closing time and they try and drink as much as possible. So the business people are kind of think, okay, I'm in a meeting environment and I have to get it all packed into they don't. They've got 8 hours to work on this thing. So they talk too fast and they talk a lot of nonsense, and after about an hour and a half they slow down, they get into the pace, they get used to. They're not excited by the sheer novelty of the lunacy of pedestrianism, is what I call it. They're not kind of like, they've come out of that, so they're settling down, they're walking slower, they're talking less, they're becoming more introvert and thinking about stuff, and then I'm just kind of like guiding the process and noting things down and picking up on ideas that I think might be quite useful later. The third phase is if it's a mountain track that we're using, it will be we're already up on top of the mountain, we're sorting ideas out, shifting things, getting rid of the shit ideas, kind of making a selection that we're going to take with us on the final part of the journey, which is called the Almabtree. This is the part where I bring them down off the mountain and get them home, and basically make sure that when they get down to the bottom and they're back in their car, that they have an idea that they can take back to the organisation and say, look, this is an idea that I really, really believe in and I think it would be good for the organisation.
So the walks are quite a sort of commitment of 8 hours, and some muscle pain for the next few days.
Yeah.
Is there a diet version of this that people in organisations can actually use to help their thinking?
Well, yeah, you can. Like I said, the Stanford study says that 20 minutes is enough to increase your creative divergent thinking. That's basically a walk around the block. So you could, here where there's this park here in Bournemouth, so you could just like nip out of the office, walk around the park for 20 minutes, and then sit back down at your desk, and you'll find that the ideas are, or your brain is, you're a bit clearer about what it is you want to do. So you can do that kind of thing. Obviously, because I've built a bit of my business around it, I would prefer you to come on a very long walk with me in the Bavarian Alps, but you don't need to do that. It's not compulsory.
Marcus, thank you very much indeed.
Thank you, David. Thank you. And remember, I've forgotten the name of it. What is it called again? Openfridays.org.
Open fried eggs.
Openfriedeggs.org. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Bald men of the world unite. Fine.
We'll just wait for this noisy
could you just
noisy
turn the
trolley.
camera around and you wave to the camera, please. There we go. There we are. Excellent. Thank you so much. Thank you.
While the trolley goes, he's speeding up.
He's going very fast now.
He is. He's getting quite a pace.